back. This is part 3 of me answering all your awesome questions. You guys are amazing. Sorry I had to split it up into 3 videos, but this was like a 50-minute video. But I do not mind because these questions are awesome. So let's continue, and I will keep answering. So we start off with Shannon C. Hey Shannon, how are you? Thank you for your questions. Number 1 is, what are some goals that I have accomplished? Well, what are some goals that I made it to my 30s? Which I'm really, really proud of. There's a lot of things that I've accomplished in my life that I'm super proud of. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. I accomplished being a really good artist, which I don't say enough. I've accomplished being a really good person. There are a lot of things that personally that I've accomplished. That I got my own YouTube channel, which to me is super, super amazing. Oh my goodness, there's just a lot of things that I've accomplished personally. Wow, like, I have a lot of things that I like to do and I consider personal accomplishments. I just, I'm really, really accomplished in the fact that I got a good head on my shoulders now, that I've made it through some kind of darkness, and now I'm here to share, my collection, my life with you guys, and with my friends and my family. So my accomplishment that I gotta say that I'm really, really proud of is that I'm still here, I'm still alive, and I'm enjoying this beautiful life that I have been blessed with. And what do I tell myself to get through a not-so-great day? This is a great question. What I tell myself is I like to read a scripture every day. I like to read like a chapter out of the Bible, just for some nice, calming, reaffirming, support. I also like to write down little affirmations on Post-it notes to remind myself that I am a good person, that I do bring good things to this world. And I also try to remember that, I have people on this planet that do love me and do value me and think of me as a really wonderful person. So that helps me make it through the day, even when I'm having really rough, bad days. And, you just got to keep that close to yourself and realize that you are a valuable person. You are valued here. Even though sometimes it gets really murky, just keep your mind focused on the good and the positive. What animated Disney movie do I think would be a good live action remake? I almost don't want to say this. I would have to say none. I am an animation boy myself, and for me personally, I wish Disney would not do the remake thing. I wasn't too excited about Cinderella, and I'm really not excited about Beauty and the Beast, to be honest. I don't know. It's been animated, it's been done. I don't really think that we really need to see them live action. So yeah, and I don't mean to be negative with this at all. It's just, like I said, I'm really used to the animated features. I've grown up with those. To me, it's like, done, it's beautiful. Nothing could ever replace that, so yeah. Well, thank you, Shannon C., for all your wonderful questions. I hope I answered them well. They were really, really good, especially the gold one. Alrighty. Okay, let's get on to our next set from the fabulous Ken Carson. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Okay, number 1 question. Favorite Disney movie, princess movie, Disney character, princess, animal, creature? Well, Little Mermaid, Ariel. My favorite non-princess character would be Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And my animal creature, I don't know. That depends. I love a lot of different animal creatures. Like, there's Mickey Minnie, of course. But I do love Rabbit, and I do love Eeyore, Kangaroo, and see, there's so many I can mention. Number 2, my favorite Barbie face mold. My favorite Barbie face mold would have to be the Superstar face mold, because that's the one I've grown up with. I also love the 1968 Twist and Turn face mold with the pouty lips and the beautiful eyelashes. She is my favorite decade besides my own to collect. I do love Casey's face mold with the really big, pretty smile. And I love the Steffi face mold. Who could forget that? The Steffi face mold is gorgeous. And I'm glad Mattel used it for the new Midge dolls. So yeah. 4, do I like weird dolls like Little Miss No Name or Living Dead dolls? Little Miss No Name rocks, and yes, she needs to be in my collection. I'm trying to get one. Eventually, I'm going to have a Little Miss No Name sitting up in this room somewhere. As far as Living Dead dolls go, I collected Living Dead dolls when I was in a really dark part of my life. And so when I ended up coming out of that and getting on a more positive path, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with collecting Living Dead dolls. If you personally love them, that's amazing. That's great. Don't change for anybody if you're comfortable with that. But for me personally, it was a part of my life that I had to get rid of. They're just not a really nice, positive group of dolls that I really like to collect. So no on the Living Dead dolls, but I do like strange dolls. Like Little Miss No Name's cool. I like Emily the Strange. Her cat is like stitched together, and I do love Sally. So I guess I really, really do love dolls. I just don't like really dark, sinister stuff. 5, are you into customizing customing your dolls? Yes, I am. I'm really kind of limited with it. I'm working on the face thing, like I mentioned before, like the repaints, but now what I do is just the clothing, I style the hair, and I also like to rebody heads and all that kind of fun stuff. And sorry for this bunch of questions. No, don't be sorry. I'm glad you asked them because it's really, really fun. And they are a great group of questions. So thank you so much again. Next up, I have Jazzman22. And he wants to know if I'm planning on doing a few tutorial videos of the best way to clean the dolls or reroot your doll's hair. Yes, I'm planning on showing you guys. I did a Dolly Advice #1 already. And I plan on continuing that line of videos, because I want to share with you guys things that I use to clean up dolls that I find at thrift stores. You know, I like to put the, eyelashes on them, like to get them really clean, like to fix the hair. It can be really bushy, get it nice and smooth. Those kind of things I think are really, really good and valuable for other collectors to know about. And if you guys have any ideas to share with me on how you keep your collection clean and how you fix up your dolls, I would love to hear that from you guys. Rerooting, I'm kind of not working on right now. I was for a little bit, but then I got into the repainting of the face, and that's mostly what I'm concentrating on. I actually love the work that people do with rerooting dolls' hair, but me, I just can't do it. To me, a doll's hair is just fabulous. And see, the funny thing is I love dolls with pink hair, and so I want to make all my dolls with pink hair. But when I went around to reroot a doll, I just couldn't do it. It was like she cried and was like, please don't bald me. So, next question. Do you limit yourself to how much money you want to spend on a toy? Yes, I do. I think it's good to limit yourself. When I was in my 20s, I went a lot of crazy with buying dolls. I bought a lot of dolls. I had complete doll lines of everything. I had complete Bratz. I had complete My Scene Barbie. We are talking fashions, dolls, accessories, cars, play sets. Like, I had 2 rooms full of that stuff and a garage. I mean, it was massive. I was buying stuff that I just really, at the end of the day, was not into, but it was like, yay, a new doll. So now I don't do that. Now I only collect what I want to collect, and that's what I do. I limit myself to how many things I'm going to buy in a collection. You know, you don't have to buy all the collection, but if you want to, hey, that's cool too. But for me, I just, just because there's one cool doll in a group of dolls that you really, really like, doesn't mean you have to collect all 20 of the other dolls. Just saying. So thank you very much, Jazzman22, for those questions. Next up, last but not least, is the fabulous Eric Cortez. Hey, Eric. So his question is, what advice do I have for a newer doll collector who wants to keep their 80s and 90s Barbies... who want to take some of their 80s and 90s Barbies out of their box, but love the original 80s and 90s packaging. They're so retro and remind me of how I would see the Barbie aisle at the stores when I was younger. But some of the boxes are a bit beat up, and some the plastic windows are bent or tinted. What should I do? Okay, this was a really hard thing for me too, because I get what you're saying. I do love the packaging because it totally reminds me of being a little boy in the 80s and seeing that pink mile long aisle that would stretch on forever. And it really is a nice retro flashback. I opened up, here's a good example. I opened up my Peaches and Cream Barbie because I left her in the box, but her box over time started to fray and fall apart. And the tint on the plastic was really yellow and it was just going gone. So for me personally, if the box is really, really bad and you really, really want to take the doll out of the packaging, I say take the doll out of the packaging. Because if the box is damaged and it's really not super valuable to keep her in the box, then I say just pull her out and just enjoy her. But on other things, like if it's not too bad, if the box isn't too bad, it's just like a little crease here or whatever, like on the cardboard, just go at your own pace. That's really what I did. I took my Peaches and Cream Barbie out, and then my Maxi dolls were all in boxes, but their boxes were really, really bad from years of packing them and unpacking them. And so I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to take the dolls out of the packaging and just put them together. But what I do suggest you do is sometimes the old Barbies from the 80s and 90s come with booklets. Occasionally I keep one or two of those around because they show like whole collections of the Barbie, you know, and so it's kind of a nice little throwback because you get to see how the Barbies looked in the boxes, how their accessories were, and a lot of the designs on there. Oh my goodness, this is such a hard question, Eric, because I don't want you to do anything that you don't want to do. So, yes, I would think about it, but like I said, if the box is really, really bad, then I would remove the doll from the box. And then you could just put her on a stand. She's super, super beautiful. You still kind of have those memories, even though you don't have the box, which I completely understand because I do love the boxes for that reason. But, you know, you could take some out and keep some in, and you still get all of that together. Like, you still have the few dolls in the box, and then you have the ones out. And it's kind of cool that way. Some of my Barbies are like that, too. I have some in the box and some out, just due to old age of the boxes. So I hope that helps you out. I'm sorry I wasn't really clear on it. It is a hard thing for myself as a collector to decide if I'm gonna remove a doll from the box or not. But now that I watch so many YouTubers who actually enjoy their dolls, and I mean, they take their dolls out of the packaging, they photograph them, I mean, it just brings a whole other dimension of collecting for me because I used to only be an in-box collector. And now when I get a doll, if I want to take her out of the box, I just take her out. Yeah. I hope that helps. Once again, I feel so bad because I couldn't give you like a definite answer. But yeah, I would just say do whatever you feel like doing. If you really want to take one out, take one out. But if you're not sure, don't do anything drastic right away. So thank you so much, Eric Cortez, for your fabulous question. And thank you, all of you guys, for this amazing Q&A. I'm sorry I had to separate it into 3 videos, but you guys had a lot of questions for me, and I wanted to answer every single one. I don't know what's going to happen when I have to make this a 5-part video, but I'll be so happy. I mean, I just wanted to say thank you guys for getting me to over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to watch my videos, to comment on my videos, and to ask these questions. So I feel like it is a nice thing to take the time to answer your guys' questions. So thank you so much once again. Continue to have a good day, a good Sunday. Have fun out there, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have fun. Remember to love your family, love your friends, but most importantly, love yourself. Be kind, stay positive, and until we meet again in this fabulous doll collectors rule world, you guys have a magical day, and I will see you later. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much once again. You guys